What's up, guys? My name is Steve Braden. I'm making a video to help people to really either give it that extra before vacation or get back on track after vacation. I think that we can all relate to this question on what you can do to either prep for a vacation or, like I said, to get back on track when you get back. Because if you're like me, when I'm on vacation, I'm fucking on vacation. So I'm eating a lot of shit. I'm drinking alcohol, possibly every day, depends how I feel. So yeah, it definitely affects you big time. Alright guys, so what I had done is I created a 7-day schedule for myself. And I did this actually, I don't even know how long ago, I did it like a year ago. But I just did the 4-day binge, like I had said at the beginning, and I'm ready to get back on track. I was doing so good before this 4-day binge, and I just felt like shit when it came to Sunday, because it was like Thursday to Sunday, and it started as soon as I got done with work. So realistically, it was like 4-day binge. So obviously I felt like shit, and I needed to get back my shit together. And I don't want to say that I beat myself up, because you know what, like I always preach to my team, you're going to have ups and downs. It's how you move forward, is what matters. So I never, ever tell anybody to beat themselves up, because you know what? Hey, it was my 35th birthday and you only turn 35 once, and I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I had a good time. I had actually a really good weekend. I'd love to tell you about it, but I'm not gonna drag this video out for too long. But anyways, I felt like shit, coming Monday, but do I regret it? No, not really, because I've done this schedule in the past, and it kicks my ass, and it works every single time. I sweat like crazy, and by adding these little twists to the workouts, it's pretty freaking intense. I'm telling you right now. What I'm going to share with you is day 2 of the schedule. And what I'm planning to do is I'm going to take a video from within inside from Team Beast Haven, and I'm going to share it with you guys, so you at least know what one day looks like. So here we go. What's up, all you crazy SOBs? The Beast is back with this day 2 shred workout. Who am I starting to sound like? So today, as you know, I'm going to be talking about what workouts I'm doing on day 2. Yesterday was intense, right? Maybe you didn't do it yet, but if you did, let me know how you like that workout. This one is definitely a little bit easier. Well, you might disagree, who knows? But this one definitely freaking kicked my ass today. Really excited. It's only day 2 with doing all this shit, and I already feel like really freaking good. And remember, I came from a 4-day binge and drank 2 out of the 4 days. So it definitely had a huge effect on my results, because obviously drinking is never a good thing if you're trying to gain. So I definitely noticed some decrease in weights, but that's okay. I'm back and I'm going to kick some ass. So that's the end of it. All right. So today I did bulk chest, and then in between I did high knees. So while they're doing their little break, I literally do high knees. And, a lot of times you're going to see body beasts, when they run in place, they're kind of doing small little run in place like this. When I say high knees, I'm talking put your hands out right here and hit your hands every single time. And do that between each break. So, and you don't have to go really, really crazy fast. I know, obviously. So that's what I do during my break today. All right. And obviously, keep in mind, while doing a lot of this stuff, you're going to find that you're going to be out of breath. It's going to be super difficult, just so you guys know, which is the idea, So be mindful of drinking lots of water while going through all these workouts. So high knees during your rest break. Something else that I try to do, because you're doing the high knees, you're going to probably be definitely, like I said, a little bit more out of breath, so you're probably not going to be able to lift as much. Actually, I shouldn't even say probably. You're not going to be able to lift as much. So if you're going to attempt to try to, I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't even try it. Basically, I just picked up, I would say 10 pounds lighter than maybe I normally would in any of these reps. And then I actually go through and I hit every single amount of reps that they require. And not only that, I keep up with their tempo. So it's definitely a different workout, you guys. As you know, I talk a lot about, taking longer because I'm going to failure in every set. It's a completely different approach, doing things how I'm doing it compared to how I'm talking or how I preached to do it in the past. But again, this is just because of my 4-day binge. This is not something that I would recommend doing every single time you do this workout. This is completely different, unique, whatever. Okay, so try to keep up with their tempo and be mindful that you're probably gonna not be able to lift as much. And that's pretty much it, really. I mean, you just gotta remember to drink lots of water. I can't stress that enough. Make sure you're warm before you start chest. If you're working out in the morning, maybe do some running in place for a solid minute, and just make sure that you're really getting your body warm, because this is going to kick your ass, you guys. And again, chug water. This thing was literally full when I started, and I'm probably going to chug the rest on the way to the kitchen. So I drink a shit ton of water while I do Body Beast in general. But yeah, so just a quick run through. I did bulk chest, and then during every break, I do high knees. I showed you guys what I did for high knees, so make sure you're getting your knees up. And then I try to keep up with their tempo. That's number 2. And then the third thing to keep in mind is that you're probably going to be lifting less. Lift about maybe, 10 pounds lighter than you would. And just keep in mind, if it's your first time doing this, maybe next time you can master it or whatever. But I will be posting above this video kind of like this all laid out, so it's easier for you guys to kind of like remember. Obviously, you're not going to remember everything I'm saying, so don't worry. I will post above everything laid out nicely for you, so you don't even have to honestly watch this video. But I would recommend it. So yeah, that's what I do during bulk chest. And then after bulk chest, I do Lucky 7. And then keep in mind, while doing all these workouts, you don't need to do the warm-up during Lucky 7. You can if you want, but I don't really like to, just because, as soon as I get done doing bulk chest, my heart rate's up. So I like to fire through that shit. I want to get into the next workout as soon as possible while my heart rate is up. So I actually skip the stretching too after bulk chest, because at the end of this whole thing, that's when I stretch. You don't want to stretch in between all these workouts. And I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday in yesterday's video, but you don't want to stretch after the first workout if you plan to do this whole thing that I got going on and doing another workout. Stretch after the whole thing is done, all these workouts that I'm recommending. So then I did Lucky 7. I talked to you guys about things that I did a little differently in yesterday's video. That still applies to today. So make sure to do that. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'd go back and just watch that, because you're going to be doing that video first anyways, or that workout first anyways. So apply the same things you did with the last Lucky 7 workout that we did yesterday. And then followed by Lucky 7, I did Beast Abs today. Abs, I always try to incorporate weights. Any move where you can put a weight between your legs and lift it, do it. But make sure that you are keeping proper form. Make sure you don't arc your back trying to get the weight up. Make sure you're doing all that stuff very safely. Always start with a super lightweight, way lighter than maybe you probably would want to do. Like my wife, she has as small as 3 pounds. If it's new to you and you have not done this yet before, start small, no joke, because you don't want to hurt yourself. So get the hang of any workout in general. Always start light. If it's your first time, be careful. And that's kind of goes hand in hand with just going through Body Beast for your first time in general. Honestly, it's not about as so much like, oh my God, I need to lift heavy, which try to, but at the same time, if you've never done Body Beast before, you kind of want to get the hang of the program. That's why I always kind of say that the second and the third round of Body Beast is really seriously where the money's at, because by then, if you've been in my group for a while, you got eating down a little better, you've learned 3 months of things that I'm talking about inside the group. So there's 3 months of that. You're learning about freaking tips and tricks and things that I'm doing with lifting. So honestly, second, third round of Body Beast is honestly where the money's at. So starting anything new, just make sure to start small. So if you're doing Beast Abs, maybe just use a 3-pound weight while doing this. And then of course, I still do the planks. The planks yesterday, I told you to do it a little bit differently, but today, I would recommend adding weights to your planks, like I always talk about kind of recommending to do. And again, same thing. If you haven't been doing that, start small. And then that pretty much covers it, you guys. And then at this time, after you're done with, I would probably say lucky 7 is when I do all your stretching. You can do it after abs too. I don't think it matters because obviously you're doing abs, so you can stretch after lucky 7, but it's probably just easier just to stretch after the whole shit's over, and then do your stretches. And because we're doing pretty much a full body workout, after this whole thing is over, go through and do a bunch of stretches. You can't stretch too much after your workout, honestly, So for an example, the typical move where you hold something right here and you do this stretch, they do it for like 10 seconds. Again, I'd recommend doing it for like 20 seconds on each side, And then if you want to do another move, like this move where you're kind of like hanging on something, do that stretch, they do it for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds each side. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'm just going to run through this one more time just to kind of like sum everything up because it's kind of a lot of information, of course. So today I did bulk chest and then 3 things to keep in mind. During the break times, you want to do high knees and then you want to also keep up the same tempo as that they're doing on the program. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Definitely something that we're not used to because like I said, you're going to failure all the time and you're constantly sometimes having to pause the program because you can't whip through these reps as fast as they can sometimes because you're lifting sometimes 3 times as much as they are. So so keep that in mind, So try to keep up with their tempo. And then last but not least, keep in mind, the third thing I keep in mind is that you're going to probably lift less, So don't get too hung up on oh my God, I need to get to failure. Keep in mind, this is a whole different type of workout because you're doing high knees in between your rest times. You're doing all this shit. So it's going to feel a little bit like cardio, but it's not because we're lifting. Screw cardio. I hate cardio. But anyways, so that's what I'd recommend doing bulk chest. Next thing was lucky 7. And then I did beast abs. And then I incorporated some weights. And then at this time, then I did planks. And then after planks, I did all the stretching, chest, freaking legs, man. Do your whole body. Take your time getting through your stretches. But that's pretty much it, guys. And then keep in mind, drink lots of water while doing this shit because this will tear you apart, which is the idea. I can't begin to explain how sore I am from yesterday, but I love it. I love it. Honestly, over the 4 days, I probably gained 10 pounds according to the scale. Obviously, we all know, and like I always say inside this group, the scale is basically freaking useless. You might as well just throw the scale in the garbage. But I didn't gain 10 pounds. The scale says I did. But did I gain some fat? Yeah, probably. Of course I did. But not 10 pounds, I'm thinking within this week, after doing all these workouts, I'll probably lose another 10 pounds. But I'm not technically losing 10 pounds. That's why the scale is, like I said, useless. You're better off doing measurements, percentage of body fat, how your clothes feel. Those are the 3 things that I would use to measure your results. And just how you feel, Obviously, you're going to feel amazing. If you guys got questions regarding anything that I said, please let me know. And I will go ahead and kind of list this all out like I did yesterday regarding yesterday's workout. Remember, this is day 2. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, I will talk about things that I plan to do tomorrow. I'm really excited to be back. I'm excited to get back on track. I think I can do it in a week. And recover from this 4-day binge. So I'm really excited. And keep in mind, the reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of you guys, I've been hearing that you guys are taking vacations, or maybe you're getting married, and you went on a honeymoon, or something like that. Or just maybe you had a birthday weekend like I did, like a 4-day binge. Or maybe just went on vacation, and you just kind of did a last minute thing. Or maybe you're going on vacation and you want to get just a little bit more shredded. This could definitely be an option for you. So keep in mind, that's why I'm doing this. I would not recommend doing this 7-day workout plan any more than probably just 1 week, honestly, because you just don't need to. Because it's intense, it's pretty intense. I'm excited to kick some ass and see where I go at the end of this week or where I'm going to be. I already feel freaking bomb. I showed you guys my results yesterday, but I'm getting a little bit more defined. You can tell it's there. You can tell how fluffy. If you guys seen my results from even just last week before I went on my 4-day binge, it was even more shredded than this. I was very cut. You could see almost like a tendon or some shit right here. I had like a vein pop going on right here. I mean, I was pretty freaking shredded. And I think I was at about a little over 7% body fat. And I think I can get back down to that in a week. So here we go. I'm excited. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So just remember, like I always say, you guys inside this group, you do all this stuff, you know, stay consistent with your workouts. You know, you got to get your intensity where it needs to be, you know, and then you got to make sure your eating's on point. You know, show up every day, take your supplements, stay consistent with your supplements. If you're taking them spotty, remember, you're basically just throwing money out the window. You can't take anything spotty and expect it to work. It's no different than workouts. How good of results would you get if you just did it once in a while, right? It's the same goes with supplements. So just stay consistent with everything that you seriously are doing in this group and things that I preach in this group. You know, I posted that meal that I ate last night. Very simple, you know, extremely simple shit. You know, I don't overcomplicate anything. I don't count calories. I don't do any of that shit because it's not realistic to stick to long term. I don't recommend doing anything that you can't stick to long term. You got to remember, this is a lifestyle transition, you know? So if anything that you're doing now up until you get to your goal, if you can't continue doing it when you get to your goal, then don't do it because you're just going to end up probably losing the results because you're not happy, obviously. You know, why would you do it anyway? You know, even if it takes a little bit longer to get to your goal, I'm telling you that's the better path. So don't take any shortcuts. Don't do anything to get there faster if you know that you can't maintain that after you get to your goal. So keep all that shit in mind, you guys, seriously. And I'm telling you this because I did that shit. You know, I went clean eating like for weeks and weeks, you know, and I was fucking miserable. I hated it. You know, I even tried the whole, even one cheat meal for me was not maintainable for me personally. I could not do it, you know, and when I got to my goal, eventually, of course, I got there, but then guess what? I resented my results and I went and got more out of shape than I was before I fucking started, you know? So just make sure that whatever it is that you guys got going on or whatever path you decide to choose, because everybody's eating might be a little different because I don't just teach how to get in shape. I also teach lifestyle. I try to learn what you guys like, you know, and that's ultimately what I want to do because I don't think any of us should have to give up the things that we love to get to a goal. It's all in moderation, you know, so it's just very important to keep that all in mind. You know, if you have to take a little bit longer to get to your goal, so be it. So what? You know, at least when you get to your goal, you won't resent them because I've done that in the past and it's not a good situation. It's not worth it. It might seem cool, you get there, but I promise it won't be worth it because you're miserable getting there. You have to enjoy the ride. And all you guys need to do is just sit back, go through those phases inside this group, sit back and enjoy the ride. Put your trust in this process because if you can do that, you will get results. I absolutely guarantee it. I've done it. Other people inside this group have done it. And there's not a doubt in my mind that you guys can do it. Every single one of you SCBs in here, all you crazy sons of bitches that are showing up every day and posting, you guys are going to get there. I promise. I have faith in every single one of you. But that's all I want to talk about in this video. And I'm going to answer all you guys' questions that you got below. So I will answer that as soon as I'm done with this video. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I can't wait to share with you guys what I got in store for myself tomorrow. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, that's a video from inside Team Beast Haven. If you guys have more questions about what Team Beast Haven is exactly, go ahead and go below this video. And I actually made another short video explaining exactly what Team Beast Haven is, what you need to do to get started and work with me one-on-one as your coach and things like that. But I do want to say this. If you are not ready, do not fill out the questionnaire unless you are. And what does that mean exactly? It's pretty much saying, like, if you don't trust this process, if you don't trust me as your coach, maybe you need to follow me a little bit more on YouTube or just do whatever you got to do. But what I need from you, if you are going to fill out that questionnaire, I want you to be ready. If you have questions about what the team is and what's required, just anything at all, shoot me an email at steve@ucfitness.com. Again, that's Steve, my name, STEVE, at UC, like the letters, and then fitness.com. And shoot me any questions you got. Ask the questions first prior to filling out the questionnaire. Because if you don't have trust in me as your coach, it's never going to work, because I've had people come in and just question everything from supplements or eating plan or this or that or this, and chances are those people, it's just never going to work out. They always end up leaving the group, and it's because they don't have that trust in the process. And I'm saving you time right now by just telling you, if you're going to fill the questionnaire, you have to come in guns blazing and put your trust in me as your coach, because that's exactly what I'm going to be. And I will rain down on you until you get to your goal, I promise. So, but yeah, if you are not ready right now, hey, that's fine. I don't recommend you filling out the questionnaire then. Do not fill it out until you're ready. So when you are ready, great. But until then, maybe just follow my YouTube channel and I provide a shit ton of value on this channel. I try to pop on here as much as I can. I was doing weekly videos and sharing things like 3 tips for each workout, sharing my results. I've done so many transformations on this video. If you go to my channel and actually scroll through my channel, you're going to see that I did a shit ton of videos just with transformations. I've done 2 competitions, placed 3rd and then placed 6th or whatever. Actually, I placed 6th first and then 3rd. But so do I do another one and go for 1st? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, so just be ready to commit. That's all I ask. Again, don't fill the questionnaire unless you're 100% ready. If you have questions, no problem. Just shoot me an email, steve@ucfitness.com, and I would love to work with you. But again, you have to trust me as your coach and come in guns fucking blazing. And I promise, if you can do that and put your 100% trust in the process, I guarantee you will get incredible fucking results. All right, till the next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.